Do I look that ugly to you? Or have you just forgotten the beauty of seeing someone with kindness in their eyes? When I ask if I look ugly, it's not just about my face. It's about feeling invisible to the world around me. Sometimes, the question isn't about looks, but the pain behind asking, do I look that ugly? Because it hurts to feel unseen. I'm not asking if I look ugly to seek cruelty. I'm begging for a glimpse of the love I once saw in your eyes. Do I look that ugly, or is it the reflection of your own fears that make you avoid looking at me? Beauty isn't about perfection. It's about the scars and stories your face carries. Every single day, you think I'm ugly because you only look at the surface, but my soul has colors you've never even seen. When you say ugly, do you hear the echo of the pain that made me question myself for so long? What if I told you that my ugly is just a mask hiding a heart that loves harder than anyone else? The harshest words can't erase the glow of self-love waiting to bloom inside me. Sometimes we see ugliness in others only because we're blind to the beauty within ourselves. I'm more than a reflection in a mirror. I am a universe of emotions you can't begin to understand. If you look closely, you'll find beauty in the way I survive every day, despite the pain. Though I look ugly, maybe, but my world isn't defined by anyone's fleeting judgment. When I see my reflection, I see resilience, and that's something no mirror can break. People confuse confidence with beauty, but confidence is the real magic that shines through. If ugliness meant the absence of love, then I am the most beautiful soul alive. Every smile I wear is a victory over the days I felt truly invisible. I may not be your idea of beautiful, but I'm perfectly made for the one who truly sees me. Heart, you don't need to look perfect to be loved. Love finds you in your rawest form. When you call me ugly, you don't break me. You remind me to love myself harder. The world is full of mirrors reflecting insecurity, but I choose to see through the cracks. Every line on my face tells a story of strength and survival, not failure. Ugliness is a word invented by fear, and I refuse to be defined by it. I've learned that true beauty is the light you give when no one is watching. If my looks could tell a story, it would be one of bravery, not shame. The real ugliness lies in the cruelty of those who fail to see beyond the surface. You ask if I look ugly, but the real question is, do I see my own worth? Beauty fades, but the courage to stand tall when everyone doubts you remains forever. I wear my imperfections like armor because they made me who I am today. Your words can't touch my soul, only I hold the power to define my beauty. Ugliness is temporary, the fire inside me is eternal. When I feel ugly, I remind myself of the love I still carry for the world. I'm not ugly. I'm just unfinished, a work of art in progress. What if the mirror is lying to us both, reflecting fears instead of truth? My value isn't measured by your gaze, but by the kindness I give to myself. The face you see may change, but the soul beneath remains, beautifully untamed. Ugliness is a shadow, and I am learning to shine so bright it disappears. I don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love and respect. The world will always judge, but I choose to see beauty in my own reflection. When I ask if I look ugly, it's a call for someone to remind me that I'm not alone. Beauty is in the courage to ask the question and still choose to love yourself. My imperfections tell a story of battles fought and victories won. I'm not defined by what others see. I'm defined by how fiercely I love myself. Maybe the question isn't, do I look ugly? But why do we fear define us? When you see me, see the soul that's been through hell and still dances in the rain. The harshest judgment comes from within, but I'm learning to silence that voice. I'm more than my reflection. I'm a story of survival and hope. The world will always try to tell you you're ugly. Don't listen to the noise. Ugliness is just a mask for the pain no one dares to see. I ask if I look ugly because sometimes I forget the light I carry inside. Behind every that take the heart but refuses to give up. If beauty were kindness, then I'm the most beautiful person you'll ever meet. I am learning to see myself through eyes of love, not judgment. The question isn't about looks. It's about the aching silence of feeling unseen. I am more than what the mirror shows. I'm a soul in constant bloom. Sometimes the mirror shows what others want to see, not the fierce light burning inside me. I don't look ugly. I look like someone who has lived, lost, and is still learning to love. The question, do I look ugly, is just a whisper from a soul craving acceptance. If looking ugly means showing every scar, every tear, then I'm proud to wear it loud. Ugliness is a lie told by fear, and I'm rewriting my story with love and grace. I see beauty in every flaw because each one tells a story of my survival. You may call me ugly, but my heart beats with a passion no mirror can capture. I'm learning that beauty isn't how you look, but how deeply you love. Do I look ugly? Maybe to you, but to those who truly see me, I'm radiant. When I ask if I look ugly, I'm really asking if I'm still worthy of being loved. The world's judgment fades when you finally learn to embrace your own reflection. I wear my ugly like a crown. It's a symbol of every battle I've overcome. The eyes that judge me don't know the storm I've weathered beneath the skin. If beauty were perfection, I wouldn't want to be beautiful. I want to be real. My reflection may be imperfect, but my spirit is untouchable and wild. When you say I look ugly, you're just afraid to see the strength hiding behind my eyes. I am more than the sum of my fears. I am a flame burning brighter every day. I ask if I look ugly because sometimes I forget how much light I carry inside. You don't have to be flawless to be unforgettable. My worth isn't defined by how the world sees me, but how I see myself in the dark. Ugliness is a mask the world tries to put on you, but I choose to take it off. What if the true beauty lies in being brave enough to ask, do I look ugly? Behind the question, do I look ugly, is a soul desperate to be seen and loved. I am not the reflection in the mirror. I am the love that refuses to fade. You only see flaws. Look again. I am a masterpiece of resilience. When you see me as ugly, you miss the fire that keeps me alive. My scars aren't marks of shame. They're proof of battles won and lessons learned. I'm learning that beauty blooms from the cracks of brokenness. Do I look ugly? No. I look like someone who survived when others gave up. The mirror is just glass. It can't hold the depth of my story. True beauty is owning every part of yourself, even the parts you once hid. When you look at me, look deeper. My soul is a galaxy of light. I'm not ugly. I'm beautifully complex, like every great work of art. The question, do I look ugly, is a call for compassion from others and myself. I refuse to let the mirror tell me who I am or what I'm worth. My beauty isn't in my face, but in the strength I wear quietly every day. I may feel ugly sometimes, but my spirit is too powerful to be defined by looks. You don't have to look perfect to shine perfectly in your own way. Ugliness fades, but the courage to face the world as yourself never does. If being real means looking ugly to some, then I embrace it fully. I ask if I look ugly because sometimes I'm scared to believe I'm beautiful. The most beautiful thing is a soul that keeps loving even when it feels ugly inside. I may look broken, but I'm more alive than ever before. I'm not asking for beauty. I'm asking for someone to see my truth. Sometimes, ugliness is just the world's way of hiding the most extraordinary beauty. I am learning to love myself, even on days when I feel less than perfect. Do I look ugly? I look like a survivor who refused to lose her light. Beauty is a language. I'm still learning how to speak it fluently. When you call me ugly, I'm reminded to love myself even louder. The eyes that judge aren't the ones that matter. Mine are. I carry a beauty that no mirror can reflect. It lives in my heart. I am. The question, do I look ugly, is a door, and self-love is the key to open it. I am a masterpiece in progress, and every imperfection is part of my story. Ugliness is just a moment, but self-love is forever. I am learning that true beauty shines brightest from within. When I look in the mirror, I see a warrior, not someone broken or ugly. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking to be loved for who I truly am. I've learned that feeling ugly is just the mind's way of asking for kindness from others and from myself. When you ask, "Do I look ugly?" it's your heart seeking reassurance that you are still seen. The mirror may show imperfections, that it can never show imperfections. Do I look ugly? Maybe, but my soul's light is a fire no darkness can extinguish. When you feel ugly, remember it's just a passing cloud. Your sun is always waiting. I'm learning to love the face I see every day, even the parts I used to hide. Do I look ugly? I look like someone who refuses to let pain define her worth. My reflection is imperfect, but my heart is perfect in its capacity to love. The truest beauty comes when you stop trying to be perfect and start being real. I may not fit society's mold, but I fit perfectly into my own story of strength. Ugliness is only a word. It cannot touch the fire burning in my soul. When I ask if I look ugly, I'm really hoping to be reminded that I'm not alone. The mirror doesn't know my worth, but I'm learning to show it to myself every day. I am not defined by how I look, but by how fiercely I fight to love myself. Beauty is not flawless skin, but a heart that keeps beating through storms. Every scar, every flaw is a chapter in a story of survival and growth. The question, "Do I look ugly?" is really a call for love to be seen and accepted. I've stopped waiting for others to call me beautiful. I am saying it to myself now. Ugliness is a mask. I am shedding it to reveal the strength beneath. If I look ugly today, it's only because I'm learning to grow beyond yesterday's pain. My beauty is a quiet rebellion against every harsh word I ever heard. I ask if I look ugly because sometimes the world forgets to show kindness. When the world says you're ugly, remember you are a universe of possibilities. I'm not ugly. I'm wonderfully, fiercely, imperfectly me. The mirror wrecks my face, but never my soul's endless capacity to heal. When I ask, "Do I look ugly?" I'm really asking if I'm still worthy of love. My beauty shines brightest when I choose to embrace every part of myself. I may look flawed, but I am unbreakable at my core. The world may judge, but my heart knows the truth of my worth. I'm learning that beauty isn't what's seen, but what's felt deeply inside. Do I look ugly? I look like someone who survived 1,000 storms and still smiles. I am more than a reflection. I am the hope and courage I carry within. The mirror can't show the fire in my eyes or the love in my heart. When I ask if I look ugly, I'm searching for a little grace. I refuse to let society's standards define my beauty or my value. I'm imperfect, unfiltered, and beautiful in my own unique way. Ugliness is just a shadow, and I'm learning to dance in the light. I see beauty in my scars, proof of battles fought and strength gained. When you call me ugly, you're only seeing a surface, never the soul beneath. I ask if I look ugly because sometimes I forget the love I deserve. When the world says no, I say yes. Yes to loving myself despite it all. I am learning that true beauty is radical self-acceptance. Ugliness can never touch the light I carry deep inside my heart. Someone who refuses to be defined by pain or fear. I ask if I look ugly because sometimes I'm tired of pretending I'm okay. My reflection is imperfect, but my soul is perfectly enough. The real beauty is in the scars that remind me I'm still standing. I'm learning to love my reflection the way the universe loves every star. Do I look ugly? I look like a survivor, a fighter, a soul on fire. I may not be flawless, but I am fiercely authentic and proud. The mirror shows a face, but I see a heart full of hope. When I ask if I look ugly, I'm reaching out for someone to see me. I am more than my fears, my doubts, my imperfections. I am limitless.